time is a very valuable thing, and we all have it. Like, we all have time to a degree. You feel me? Like, some people have more time than others. Some people times are, striking that clock, honestly. But, you know, the main point I want to, present to y'all is enjoy y'all people while they're still here. You feel me? Everybody always think like, yeah, I have more time to, do this. I can talk to that person tomorrow, or, I don't feel like talking right now. I can talk to them next week. You never know what somebody's expiration date is, bro. Like, you never know when somebody gonna check. Like, within this past year, I've lost two of my grandmas. My great grandmother and, this other one could be called she's not by blood, she's by marriage. My nana, ex-husband, his mom, I still classify her as my grandma because, my nana's ex-husband, he's always been like a granddad to me. I've never really had a granddad in my life. Both my grandfathers are dead. One died before I was younger. The other one died a few years ago, but he was a bitch ass nigga, so I can honestly give a fuck less. But, in the grand scheme of things, I would never really had a good male role model in my life till I want to say maybe till later in life. It was a few people. I wouldn't classify my dad as the best role model. He's alright, you feel me? He has his issues. He did some fucked up shit to me as a kid. I wouldn't classify him as the best role model. My uncle definitely not a good role model. I didn't really have a lot of niggas in my family. It was mainly women. I feel like the best role model that I can really say for myself that I've known would be my stepdad. I look at him more as my dad, honestly. He's been a real nigga since day one. And I love him, like, real life, wholeheartedly. So, I just never really had those male role models into my life. So the fact that, he stepped up and was like, I'm going to take you in as my grandson, regardless of him and my nana being divorced, and he's still in my life to this day, I really do appreciate him. So I really do love and appreciate everything he has done for me. But with his mom, she just recently died, maybe like last month. Not even last month, a few weeks ago, actually. She had a stroke a few months ago, and surprisingly, she outlived my great grandma, who was in perfect health. She played basketball, she traveled, she did everything by herself. She was a very strong woman. And, she died at 91. She lived a very fulfilling life. And she died of cancer, It kind of, and I'll let y'all in, I'll let y'all know, like, my great grandma was everything to me, like, for real. Like, I was always a grandma's boy. I lived with my great grandma for majority of my life, honestly. Like, my great grandma is one of the reasons why I'm here talking to you guys right now. I used to do speeches at church. I'm not going to say I was a big church kid, because I really wasn't. But when I was younger, I was into church, and I was, saying speeches and, in front of the crowd and shit like that. That's why I feel like I'm so good with my words and so good at reaching out to people with my words, honestly, because, she used to real life beat the shit into me, honestly. That lady was crazy. But she was a great lady, honestly. Like, I miss my grandma. I miss her dearly. And the week before she died, I told her, I'm like, hey, you're a very strong woman and I love you. And I think God, like, something was really in my ear telling me to let her know that. And I feel like it was God telling me, like, hey, let her know that you genuinely love her, because our time is up. And I couldn't see it. I knew since a kid, like, everybody's gonna die, especially my great grandma. I'm like, she old as fuck, gang. And even for an old ass lady, she looked good. Like, she was in good health. She physically looked good. Like, my great grandma was one of them ones, gang. I really thought she had more time, but sadly she didn't. But it was probably, I feel like before that, probably like 2 weeks before I had told her that. I remember I was helping her. We came over there to her house because, my great grandma was a very active person. Like I said, she played basketball, she walked the dogs, cut her grass, did all the shit. But when I saw that she was laying in her bed and, she wouldn't eat, she wouldn't go outside for weeks on end, she wouldn't go play basketball no more, I knew something wasn't right. So watching her health diminish and just seeing how everything happened, it really does hurt my soul. And to this day, it still hurts my soul. So I remember I was helping her, talk to her. She was doing her taxes, and she just lashed out and started screaming. And, like, my grandma was always a screamer. Like, she always yelled, but it just, something was different this time. And I'm just like, are you okay? Like, what's wrong? And she was, like, real life losing it. And at that moment in time, I'm like, damn, like, is she really reaching her ends? Like, is this really what's going on? And after we had that conversation, I didn't really talk to her for a few days. And it wasn't because I was mad or anything. I was just wrapped up into my life, honestly. And I remember it was one day I was in my car. I was getting fried. I think it was before work. I was getting fried, and my mom had called me crying, and she walked in on my great grandma dead. Like very very crazy day. I remember I went over to my great grandma house because basically I don't have a big family. Like the whole family came over there, and we all just sat there and just talked there. I went and saw my great grandma's dead body. Honestly, like I'm not gonna say it was trauma. It's a little traumatizing, honestly, but it's really not because at the end of the day, you're gonna die. Like it's set in stone. Everyone on this earth is gonna die. That's why you have to do what you want to do in life before your time is over. But seeing my grandma's lifeless body on that bed really did something to me. It really just showed me like, damn, like this shit could really end at any moment. And I made sure, and you can call me weird. I don't really care, but I gave my great grandma's dead body a hug, and I had talked to her. I basically just said like you did a good job. You raised everybody. Honestly, you did what you had to do, and now you up there with the Lord. Honestly, like real talk. And you can say I'm lying. I don't give no fuck. Honestly, like I'm speaking to y'all from the soul. I'm really speaking truth. Really telling y'all what the fuck really happened. But your life can end at any moment, bro. Anybody's life can end at any moment, and I do wish I would have talked to her a few days before she had died, but I am glad that I got my last message to her and let her know, like, hey, I really do love you. And she didn't say I love you. She had a very fucked up past, and our family is not very emotional. Like, we don't just say, oh, I love you, give each other hugs and shit like that. Like, I feel like after my great grandma's death, we've gotten better with that. But, I've always been an affectionate kid. Like, I love to give hugs. I love to tell somebody I love them and shit like that. I ain't no sensitive ass nigga, but, I am an affectionate ass person. Like, if I love you, I love you. I love you wholeheartedly. I love you with my soul. And if you fuck me over, that shit will really, like, hurt me, honestly, because I love deeply and I truly do care too much sometimes. But, after she died, I feel like my family did get better with it, but it made me realize, like, man, at the end of the day, what the fuck going on with my camera? Sorry. I'm like, at the end of the day, shit, people can really lose their life at any time, and it's really sad, honestly. And I really just want y'all to understand that y'all need to check up on y'all peoples, honestly. People kill themselves all the time. People take their lives all the time. Especially older people, not with the killing themselves part, not taking their life. Older people have the higher chance of dying, honestly. If you have any older people in your family, you need to go check up on them any chance that you can get, because once they're gone, and that's with anybody. Friends, family, pets, all that shit. I lost my dog, my Frenchie, a month before I lost my grandma, honestly. So it's just like, check in on y'all peoples, bro. Don't always think like, yeah, I could talk to them later, because sometimes you can't talk to them later. And when they're gone, you're going to wish you could have one more conversation with them, honestly. Like, I really do wish I could talk to my grandma one more time, because, she would always want me to call her every day. And I had to express to her, like, hey, grandma, like, I'm a person too. You can call me, I can call you, you can call me, we can do X, Y, and Z. But her main thing was, because she was old school, respect your elders. I'm the elder. You need to call me. And I remember we had got into it. I ain't talked to her for like a good minute over that shit. Cause type of person I am, I'm gonna stand on shit. If I tell you how I feel and you try to, push my feelings to the side, we ain't got to talk ever again, honestly. But I love my great grandma, so we made ends meet. I remember we had a conversation and she did a little better. But also, I told her, I'm like, hey, I may not call you every day, but I'm gonna make sure I talk to you, honestly. Like, I know, because she was telling me all the time, she was like, I may not be here tomorrow. And I'm like, I get that. And I'm gonna make sure that I try to talk to you. But I do miss my grandma, man. Like, honestly, I really do. I miss my great grandma dearly. Like, I look at photos of her all the time. I remember it was one time, like, I was listening to voicemails that she sent me because I wanted to hear her voice one more time. I would never be able to hear her voice ever again. I would never be able to talk to my grandma ever again. I would never be able to see my grandma in person ever again. I could never give my grandma a hug ever again. And, like, I'd never be able to hear her voice. So, and I ain't gonna let that shit do something to you, bro. Honestly, I'm not gonna sit here and act like it don't do shit to you, because if you love your people, them gone is really gonna fuck with you, bro. That shit gonna really fuck with your mental. But I'm just here to tell y'all, bro, just check up on y'all people, honestly, bro. Because when somebody gone, they're gone. You can't say shit to them no more. Like, Only way I really see my grandma is I have a picture of her right by my bed. She's with my project management certificate. Yes, I have a project management certificate because I'm a nigga out here with goals. You feel me? But she lives in one of my biggest accomplishments I've ever had, and I wouldn't be who I am today without her. You feel me? I wouldn't be who I am today without her. I wouldn't be talking to y'all today if it wasn't for her. I wouldn't be able to speak to y'all how I speak to y'all if it wasn't for her. I do miss my grandma. I miss both my grandmas. I miss my dog too. I love my dog. And I remember when my dog got first died, I got two dogs. My dog Diamond, who y'all saw in one of my videos, when my dog Ace had died, he was a Frenchie. My dog was so depressed. Like, she was so depressed. Everybody was depressed. My stepdad was crying about that shit. Nigga, when my great grandma died, bro, I don't cry, bro. I didn't cry when she first died. I didn't even die like a few weeks after she died. Like, I died when I cried is when I had a speech. It was my speech for United. I had a speech for my internship, and after I did my speech, mind you, I wanted her to see that speech because, like I told you before, she made me do speeches as a kid, and you know, I wanted to show her that speech. And I put my all into that speech, bro. Like, I put my soul into that speech. I had the crowd laughing, to being intrigued, to clapping for me, to real life, like, it felt like she was in that room while I was giving that speech, and it really did something to me. It really brought me so much joy that everybody loved my speech, but it hurt at the same time because she wasn't there to see it. She'll never be able to see it. She was in that. I feel like she was in that room. I feel like her spirit was in that room. But after I had got done with the speech and we got done, I remember I had went into like a side room. And I had looked at a picture of my grandma, bro, and I just broke down crying. I told her, I said to the picture, I'm like, we did it. Like, I did it. I got through this internship. I did what I had to do. And she wasn't there to see it. And that hurts. That hurts me to this day. Like, it really does hurt me to this day. Because I really wanted her to see that. I really wanted her in the physical form to see her grandson, her great-grandson, who she's put a lot of time and effort and to making the man who I am today, doing these great things. I wanted her to see me excel in life, become the great person that I want to become and that I will become. But sadly, in the physical form, she would never see it because she's gone. And that's just how it is. So, you know, appreciate y'all people while they still here. Friends, family, dogs, yourself. Enjoy people while they're still here, because when they're gone, and you won't be able to see them again. I don't mean to make this like a sad video, because I'm not sad. I'm happy. Honestly, I'm happy that she's in a better place. I'm happy that she's not suffering. And I'm happy that, you know, she got to live through many generations to see all of us, you know, grow up and be these amazing people that we are today. But it is sickening and a little sad because I miss my grandma, bro. I really do. But appreciate y'all people while they still here, man. That's really all I got to tell y'all. This is me giving y'all a hug because I do love y'all. Anybody that come across this video, I do love y'all, man. Ooh, just burp, but appreciate y'all people and appreciate y'all self. Enjoy y'all life while y'all still got it, and make sure that y'all enjoy others' lives while they're still here, because once they're gone, they are gone.